we're revisiting Pokemon Legends is it Arceus? Arceus? I don't know. But anyways, we're revisiting this game to get prepared for Legends ZA. I don't have a Switch 2, so like maybe if you just support, because then I can get the Switch 2 and then we can play a game on the channel, Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. It is well that thou art I am that which humans call Arceus. Okay, so Arceus talks about some bad thing happening in Hisui and does some biblical birth kind of like reference. I don't know. Pokemon Legends Arceus was the first of its kind, mixing a Pokemon game with a survival game and put in some weird speed style kind of RPG fighting style. Throw that in a blender and then sprinkle a little bit of PS3 graphics on top. We then meet Professor Laventon in the 3 starters. Very up close and personal. We had to help the professor get back the starters as they ran away from him, and I guess he doesn't know how to throw a Pokeball. This is where you learn to catch your first Pokemon. Laventon takes us back to the Galaxy Corp's village, a refuge safe from all the dangerous Pokemon that live in the wild. When we get there, there's talks about how we fell from some Fortnite rift. Like we just popped a rift to go or something, and we fell from the sky, It's crazy, like crazy story, Now this beginning part of the game really shows the flaw with modern Pokemon games, and it's that the tutorial takes way too long. And I feel like if they had voice acting, it would help kind of make it less monotonous, make it less repetitive. But we still don't have voice acting, and we're not gonna have any in Legends ZA, so screw me then. Me, Akari, Silene, but by now you should know the story of the game, so I'm not really gonna touch on that. I'm more of just gonna say what I like, dislike about the game, and what I want to see in Legends ZA that would be taken from Arceus. Arceus? Whatever. We finally get to play the game, so I assemble a team with my starter Cyndaquil, named Cum, Shinx, Starly, Blitzel, and an Eevee. Oh, I forgot about Bidoof too. Yeah, Bidoof. That didn't last long. We get into our first trainer battle with Akari and her Pikachu. Now, I like the trainer battles in this game. It's cool how they can have like 6 Pokemon on the field at once, and you can only have 1. Kind of OP, but it made it more difficult. But there's like 3 trainer battles in all of the games, so it doesn't even matter that much. But Legends ZA is supposed to be focusing on trainer battles, so that'll be cool. So we meet Volo and face our first alpha Pokemon. I think these are another great addition to have in ZA. Whether it be like some Mega Alphas or just regular Alphas, Mega Alphas would be crazy though. I like the idea of a stat booster Pokemon that is extremely hard to catch. So after we meet Weirdeer, our first ride Pokemon, to help traverse Hisui. I'm kind of indifferent about the ride Pokemon, like they're good in like the open world games, but with how ZA is formatted with just being in Lumiose City, I think we can do without them, I guess just give us like a bike or something and we'll probably be fine. For going into the first frenzy battle against Kleavor, I have Psyduck, Cum, Luxio, Staravia, Eevee, and an Alpha Parasect. Bidoof was replaced. Can we just look at this animation real quick? It is so awesome. I hope we get some stellar ones like this in ZA. And on the Switch 2, it's going to look even better. And hopefully it doesn't have terrible frame drops. That is like, that thing's sick looking. I think the frenzy battles are an awesome idea added to this game, but they kind of have a lack of Pokemon battling. You're kind of just dodging their like obstacles and throwing little bags of food at them. And you can battle with the Frenzymon, but it doesn't seem that useful. and most of the time I was too busy throwing sacks at it that I always would just miss the timing to throw a Pokeball at it and fight it. I get a shiny Ponyta. I don't ever use it, but you know, that's cool, I guess. We make it to the Crimson Mirelands, where we meet the old lady and the 3 worst characters in this video game. Please do not put any characters like this in ZA. It just feels like they're trying to pad out the runtime with these characters, and it's blatantly obvious. We meet Ursaluna, our second Rhydemon. This is probably the worst Rhydemon in the game, just because, like, all it does is sniff stuff out, and it's just, like, kind of useless other than the one time you use it. Unless you want to get, like, a Firestone or something, it can sniff those out, but that's only, like, a 20 or 30% chance of finding that. Yeah, I kind of don't want this Rhydemon in ZA. Let's just leave it here. So I face the second Frenzied Noble, Lilligant, with my team of Psyduck, Staravia, Sylveon, Luxio, or Luxray, I don't remember, in an Alpha Tangela, you know, replacing the Parasect. It was pretty easy and not too much issue. Found a shiny Zubat, which went on the team, you know, it's pretty cool. Alright, next up is the Cobalt Coastlands. Talk about peak. This is the best area in this video game, hands down. From the beach to the, like, peninsula that looks like a hand, and, like, the shipwrecks all around it, to the volcano. This is an absolutely awesome area to explore. The best one in the game by far. So, I don't know where my footage went for this, but I kind of just lost it. I don't know. We beat the Hisuian Arcanine. That was cool. It was the first fight that I had to use, that I died on. So, you know, I guess, whatever. So I fight the dude that fell from the sky, I guess, or something. Like, he just has memory loss. I don't know. And I gained Sneasler. Now, Sneasler would make the most sense to have in ZA because it just climbs walls, you know, it can climb a building. Obviously it wouldn't be Sneasler, it'd be like, I don't know, like you just have like a Spider-Man costume or something, but you know, I think to climb buildings you should be able to do that. That'd be cool. So I beat up the Diamond Clan girl that was like being really mean and like not wanting us to frenzy the noble, whatever, and I go face the Hisuian Electrode. A really cool Hisui version, by the way, you know, making it just look like an old Pokeball. It just makes sense, you know, it just makes sense. I think that's another thing we should have in ZA is regional Pokemon. What I really want them to do is take newer Pokemon, like from Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet, take them and put them into X and Y. But I hope they take newer Pokemon and give them regional forms for Lumio City. Because I think a city aspect to some of those, like Sword and Shield Pokemon and Scarlet and Violet Mons would look crazy. Don't even get me started on Alola. Like, Mega Incineroar? Game Freak. If that's in the game, I'm going to be asking for a check. I then get myself an Alpha Gabite, which is going to be insanely good as a Alpha Garchomp. One of the most broken alphas in the entire, like, it is insanely good. Like, there's no contest. Yeah, Akari, you got no chance. Now to the final noble in Alabaster Iceland. Another awesome area to explore. But first, we have to defeat and gain the ride Pokemon Braviary. Another really cool Hisui regional. With a team of Typhlosion, Luxray, Crobat, Sylveon, Tangrowth, and Garchomp, my boy Garchomp, we take on, in my opinion, the worst Hisui regional ever look. Really, its typing's just bad. So we get banished from the Survey Corps, you know, just another day, and then we go meet XX, Goth Mommy XX. I get to choose which team I go with to meet the 3, like, Spirit Mons, Wish Mons, whatever they're called. In my original playthrough, I chose Adaman, so Dialga. So this time I went with Palkia, so I chose Irida. Oh my god, God is hitting up my line. Yo, what's up? Let me open this up. we defeat the Alpha Gudra and meet Mesprit. And, you know, we do the other two, you know, Uxie, Azelf. Which I think this part of the game is really cool. Like, talking to the legendary Pokemon is just crazy. It's like, whoa. But it's like they're talking through your head, you know, it's like some Mewtwo type shit. But I think this is a really cool part of the game that I hope makes it into ZA. So there's like some kind of like, all these legendaries coming together, you know. You have to go find them, seek them out to like defeat Zygarde or whatever. So I really hope Xerneas and Yveltal will come back. Like, they have to. Like, lore-wise, I feel like it just makes sense. So we talk to Azelf, use Uxie, and we get the red chain. Oh, I got the red chain. So after we get the red chain, Silene lets us back in and tells us about how Commander Kamado is going to the top of Mount Coronet to defeat whatever is up there, which is this guy an idiot? So after fighting the Potato Mochi Ninja, we get to fight Kamado, and we whoop his ass, BTA! For the part we've all been waiting for, Great Sinnoh. Nah, I'm just playing, it's Palkia. Palkia uses the Rift to go and comes through a Fortnite Rift. And so we have to battle. So first off, I do a little bit of damage with Typhlosion, and then I switch to Sylveon, and it's a one-hit KO. Not much to say, pretty easy. So then I had to go back and catch it, you know, so the whole shebang. We get Palkia, and then all of a sudden Dialga starts stream sniping me, and so we have to retreat before we get Boogie Bombed. So then we get the Master Ball before the Master Ball was cool, and you know, we go kill the stream sniper. So we have this crazy fight with this Arceus-style Dialga, really cool, really hard, you know. Which I kind of hope the same thing happens in ZA with these legendary fights, but instead of like the alternate form, you get down the health bar, it either changes forms, like Zygarde, you get his health bar down, he changes it to like the Optimus Prime form, you kill him, or like he like has like a focus sash or something that 100% works. And then he mega evolves and gets all his health back. I think that'd be crazy as like a boss battle. The end. We can all go home. That's it. Video's over. Okay, not actually. But to get this video out on time, I wasn't able to do the whole Volo storyline. So, you know, I'll just animate it. You basically go on this crazy goose chase to catch all the legendary Pokemon that are in Hisui. You know, it's a cool thing. And once you do, Volo reveals he's a psychopath and has made a deal with the devil. So you fight against Volo, who uses 8 Pokemon, 6 Pokemon, and then 2 forms of Giratina. Which I think is an awesome idea. I hope that does get put somehow into ZA. Some like sort of crazy like, what? No way. Which, like, when you did it in Legends Arceus, it was like, no way, we're fighting our Giratina, and then we have to fight his other form? What? I think if they did that in ZA, it's gonna be like, oh, yeah, I saw this coming. They did it in Arceus. I still think it would be cool and a really great challenge. Whatever. Video's over, go home.